questions? Okay. Okay, I get it. Okay, so well, we are going to do this activity that we have here. In this case, we have here frequency adverbs. Now we have the questions how often, and how you can see here, now we have here the frequency adverbs in the box. This is the box. The idea is write the frequency adverb according to the percentage that have any of them, all of them. And when you finish, now writing maybe never is here and often is here, no? When you get ready this, you continue answering the questions that you have here. For example, you have here the number 1. What's something you hardly ever do before school or work? In this case, the book said I hardly ever check my email before school. In this case, hardly ever. Remember, hardly ever, rarely, hardly ever. So you continue with the others. What's something you always do in the morning? Okay, do you have any questions or comments about activity?
No, teacher.
Okay, well, so continue with the activity while we are waiting to Kenya. Are you ready, Marianne?
No, teacher, ya casi termino.
Okay, don't worry. Take your time. Okay, Maria, so are you ready or not yet?
No, teacher, disculpe, es que tengo aquí a mi hermanita y pues me complica un poco el trabajo.
Okay, don't worry now. First, so we are going to do the first activity. No, and I can help you with the second activity. So tell me, now in this case, now you have here the percentage of the frequency adverbs. In this case, you know that always it's like 100%. So what do you think is the frequency adverb correct here? That is next to always.
Disculpe, mis puede repetir, es que mi hermanita está haciendo un poco de ruido.
Okay, don't worry. Hello, Kenya.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Fine.
Fine, excellent. Tell me, how's your day going?
Bien.
Okay, so we are trying to do this activity, but Mario had troubles not to work here. So
Okay.
we are going to continue with the other activity. So give me a second. We did not this activity. Now, do you remember?
Yes.
Talking about TV shows. And we learn vocabulary about TV shows. So today we are going to do a reading. Now, this is the reading. Now, we have here now the lesson C. Now, and the title is "Do you go straight home? Do you go straight home?" So, Kenya, what do you think meaning the question here?
¿Tú vas a traer algo a tu casa? ¿Vas a hacer algo en tu casa?
Go? What is the meaning of go?
Ir.
Okay, entonces tú vas a casa, go straight.
Eh,
Straight.
¿Tú vas tarde o
Okay, es derecho a casa. Si vas directo a casa, no sé, pregunta, ¿tú vas directo a casa?
ok, tú vas directo a casa? No la escuché, teacher. Como que se
Okay,
corta su audio.
don't worry, okay, can you help me reading Dan and I read Gaby?
Ok. So what do you often class? Do you go straight home?
Well, usually sometimes I need a friends for dinner.
Or where do you go? I mean, do you go somewhere nice?
Do you know Fabius? It's okay. I mean, the food is good and it's cheap, but the service is terrible. Do you know it?
Well, actual, I work there. I'm server.
Okay, so please repeat after to me. Straight,
Straight,
straight.
straight,
Okay, actually.
actually.
Okay, excellent. Thanks so much. So tell me, Kenya, what does Gaby do after class?
Uh, a cenar con algunos amigos.
Okay, yes, it's true. So the next question is where? Where? Where does she go? Where does she go
En,
to after class?
en un restaurante, en
At a
Fabio's.
restaurant. Yes, in Fabius. Okay, so what is the opinion, no, of Gaby about the restaurant?
Que es su comida buena y barata,
Uh-huh.
pero el
es-
servicio es malo.
Exactly, ¿no? ¿Y qué pasó después de que le comentó sobre el restaurante? ¿Qué le contestó Stan?
Que él trabaja ahí actualmente.
Exactly, ¿no? Bueno, en realidad, yo trabajo ahí, ¿no? Y luego, I'm a server. ¿Qué será server?
Mesero.
Okay, I'm a server, soy un mesero. Okay, so, well, we are going to do the activity that we have here. The activity is match the first question, no, this is the first question, with a second question, no? And when
Okay.
you get it, now we are going to listen and check. No? For example, you have here the number 1. What do you do for lunch? In this case, the answer is letter F. Do you take a short break? What do you do for lunch? Do you take a short break? So you continue with the number 2 to the number 8. When you get
Okay.
ready, tell me. I play the listening and we check if each of them are correct. Okay?
Okay. Ready, teacher.
Okay, excellent, Kenya. So can you say me the answer of the number 2? Where did you go after class?
Is letter D. Do you have a job in the evening?
Okay, do you have a job in the evening? Number 3. How often do you go shopping?
Number G. Do you go every weekend?
Okay, letter G. Number 4. Do you go to the gym in the mornings?
Is a letter E. Do you exercise before class?
Okay, letter E. Number 5. Who do you hang out with from class?
Letter B. Do you have friends in your class?
Okay. Number 6. How do you usually get home after class?
Letter I. Do you take a subway or the bus?
Okay, letter A. Number 7. What's your favorite restaurant?
Letter R. Do you have a favorite?
Okay, letter H.
H.
H. And the last, number 8. Do you ever feel tired after class?
Letter C. Do you need coffee?
Okay. Okay, so we are going to check it. I'm going to play the listening. You are going to check it each by them. No? And when finish the listening, we are going to check it if are correct answers, okay?
Okay.
So give me a second. I'm going to share the song. Okay.
Page 48. 1.
Can you hear the listening?
Yes.
Okay.
Conversation strategy. Asking questions in 2 ways. D. Match the first question to a good second question. Listen and check. 1.
What do you do for lunch? Do you take a short break?
2.
Where do you go after class? Do you have a job in the evening?
3.
How often do you go shopping? Do you go every weekend?
4.
Do you go to the gym in the mornings? Do you exercise before class?
5.
Who do you hang out with from class? Do you have friends in your class?
6.
How do you usually get home after class? Do you take the subway or the bus?
7.
What's your favorite restaurant? Do you have a favorite?
8.
Do you ever feel tired after class? Do you need coffee?
Okay, great. So, Mariel, tell me, do you think that all the answers are correct? Do you have the same answers? Do you have something different? Mariel? Hello, hello, Mariel. Can you hear me? Okay, so Kenya, what do you think? All of them are correct?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Now says D, F, D, G, E, B, A, H, and C. The activity was really easy, right?
Right.
Okay, Kenya, do you have any questions about vocabulary?
Yes.
Okay.
Number 5, Hank.
Okay, in this case, no, the verb is hang out. Hang out. So what do you think is the meaning of hang out if are talking about class?
Um,
We are talking about a class, no? What do you usually, no, sorry, what do you hang out with from class?
Salir.
Salir. Ok, ajá, podría ser.
Pasar el tiempo.
Exactamente, es más como pasar, no pasar el tiempo, pasar el rato, no dice con quién, no pasas el rato, no en clase, no who do you hang out with from class, no y la segunda pregunta era la letra B, no I mean, do you have a friends in your class? Quiero decir, ¿tienes amigos en tu clase, en tus clases? No, entonces hang out, please, on your notebook. Hang out with. Pasar el rato con. Please, escríbelo en tu cuaderno. The
Yes.
same by you, Mariel. Hang out. Ready?
I feel tired es sentirse cansado, ¿verdad?
Yes, exactly. Me siento cansado.
Ok.
What more?
Nada más.
Any other question? Do you know what is the meaning of subway?
Metro.
Okay. And I think that's all. Okay, excellent. So we continue with the next activity. Give me a second. Okay. So we have here now the number 2, activity number 2. In this case, strategy plus, I mean. So we use I mean to repeat ideas or to say more about something. Now, sometimes we use I mean to think a little, to get a little time when we are trying to explain something. No, so in this case, how you can see in the examples, where do you go? I mean, do you go somewhere nice? And the second example, do you know Fabius? It's okay. I mean, the food's good. So in this case, how you can see, I mean, lo utilizamos para decir quiero decir, ¿no? Where do you go? ¿No? ¿A dónde vas? ¿No? Quiero decir, tú vas a algún lugar, somewhere nice, algún lugar agradable, lindo, ¿no? Lo mismo para el que sigue. Do you know Fabius? It's okay. ¿Conoces Fabius? Fabius? ¿No? Es bueno. I mean, quiero decir, la comida es buena. No? So, do you have any questions or comments about the use of I mean?
Entonces es como para repetir o reformular la pregunta o lo que se va a decir.
Exactamente, se puede utilizar para repetir la idea, para volver a formular la idea, o a veces lo utilizamos para darnos un tiempo corto para pensar, ¿no? Quiero decir, ¿no? Te
Sería
das
como
como que,
el
ajá.
well.
Well, similar to well. Well, exactly. No? Where did you go? Well, did you go somewhere nice? Tiene un uso muy similar.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions?
No.
No. Ok, entonces vamos a hacer el ejercicio que tenemos aquí abajo. Tenemos complete a conversation with sentences from the box. No, and we have here the box. No, we have letter A at letter F. And we have here the questions. So the idea is complete the conversations using a sentence that you think that is the correct by each, all of them. Okay, when you get ready, tell me, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Ready, teacher.
Hey, Kenya. So tell me, what is the answer by the number one? Do you ever
Mm.
go out on weeknights? Well, not very often.
I mean, I often go to the bed early during in the week.
During the week. Okay, so the is letter B. Okay. Number two. How do you like the restaurants around here?
Uh, letter E. I mean, are they good?
Uh-huh. Okay. They're okay.
Letter C. I mean, they are not very cheap. I'm not cheap, but they're good.
Okay, so they're Not cheap.
They're
But they're good. Okay. Number 3. Do you have time to relax on the weekends? Yeah, I spend time with my family.
a letter E. I mean, we have dinner and watch a movie.
Letter A, letter A,
Letter A.
letter A, okay. Number 4, what do you do in your free time?
A letter F. I mean, do you have any free time?
Okay. Well, I don't have a lot.
A letter T. I mean, I have a two part-time jobs.
I have 2 part-time jobs. Okay. Okay, really easy, right? Do you have any
Right.
questions or comments about vocabulary here?
Um, spend.
Spend. Okay, remember, spend es gastar, gastar. En este caso hablamos spend time, ¿no? Que es pasar el tiempo. Spend time. What more?
Mm, during, que es durar o durante.
During, durante, ajá.
Nada más.
Any others? Okay, excellent. So, we are going to continue with the next activity. Give me a second. Okay, I get it. Okay, so we have here listening. Listening and strategies. What's the question? So I'm going to play the listening and you are going to number the questions, now the number 1 to number 5, according as you can hear in the listening. No? In this case, no, we have here the activity and we have what questions are the people answering. So the listening talks about something. In this case, try to answer each the questions that we have here. So first we are going to read the questions. So Kenya, can you read the first question, please?
Yes. So what do you usually do in the evenings? I mean, do you spend time with your family?
Okay, the next, please.
Uh, where where do you go on Friday nights? I mean, do you usually go to a club?
Club, okay. Next, please.
Do you know your neighbors? I mean, are they nice?
Number 4.
Who's your best friends? I mean, who do you usually hang out with?
Hang out with. Okay, and the last.
Um, so, so when do you usually have a free time? I mean, do you have time during the week?
Okay, excellent. So now I'm going to play the listening. You are going to hear. No, you need to pay attention. No, all the listening, and you are going to number the questions that we have here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, give me a second. Mariel, can you hear me? Can you hear the listening? Mariel? Okay, I'm going to play the listening and I'm going to ask Mariel by WhatsApp.
Page 49. 3. Listening and strategies. What's the question? A. Listen to the things 5 people say. What questions are the people answering? 1,
No, I have a job at a radio station, so I work every day. I mean, my evenings are free, but usually I'm tired in the evenings, so I just go home and relax.
2,
No, never. They're so noisy, and I don't like the music. So, yeah, on Fridays, I meet my friends and we go to a cafe and we just talk and hang out together.
3,
Well, yeah. I mean, we always have dinner together. But then I do my homework, and my mom reads to my little brother. My dad usually watches the news, and sometimes my brother and I play games on our computers.
4,
Well, I hang out with Jessica. She's really fun. We're friends from school. So, yeah, she's nice. We're good friends.
5,
I don't really know them. I live in an apartment building and I never really see anyone. They're all pretty quiet, and anyway, I work at a club every night, so I get home very late. So, no, I don't really know my neighbors.
Okay, I'm going to repeat the listening one more, okay? So when finished the listening, we are going to check the answers, okay?
Okay.
page 49. 3, listening and strategies. What's the question? A, listen to the things 5 people say. What questions are the people answering? 1,
No, I have a job at a radio station, so I work every day. I mean, my evenings are free, but usually I'm tired in the evenings, so I just go home and relax.
2,
No, never. They're so noisy, and I don't like the music. So, yeah, on Fridays, I meet my friends and we go to a cafe and we just talk and hang out together.
3,
Well, yeah. I mean, we always have dinner together. But then I do my homework, and my mom reads to my little brother. My dad usually watches the news, and sometimes my brother and I play games on our computers.
4,
Well, I hang out with Jessica. She's really fun. We're friends from school. So, yeah, she's nice. We're good friends.
5,
I don't really know them. I live in an apartment building and I never really see anyone. They're all pretty quiet, and anyway, I work at a club every night, so I get home very late. So, no, I don't really know my neighbors.
Listo, vamos a ver, ¿vale? Kenia, ¿cuál será la número 1? ¿Cuál de todas estas preguntas será la pregunta número 1?
La última, la de So when do you usually have free time?
Ok, entonces this is the number 1. ¿Cuál sería la número 2?
Where do you go on Friday night?
Number 3.
So what do you usually do in the evening?
Number 4.
Who's your best friend?
So the last is this. Do you know your neighbors?
Yes.
Ok, vale, entonces vamos a ver. ¿Qué nos decía la respuesta, no, de la pregunta número 1? Dice, so when do you usually have your time? I mean, do you have time during the week? ¿Qué nos decía? ¿Cuál era la respuesta?
Que él no tenía mucho tiempo libre ya que trabajaba en la radio y cuando tenía tiempo libre llegaba a descansar.
Okay, yes, it's true. Vamos a ver la número 2. No dice, where do you go on Fridays night? I mean, do you usually go to a club?
Decía que sí salía con sus amigos, pero que no iban a un club, sino iban a tomar café.
Exactamente, porque no le gustaba la música, ¿no?
Yes.
Number 3. So what do you usually do in evenings? I mean, do you spend time with your family?
Decía que sí cenaba con su familia y después se iba a hacer la tarea, que su papá creo que sí veía la tele.
Okay, number 4. Who's your best friend? I mean, who do you usually hang out with?
Decía que su mejor amiga era, no me acuerdo del nombre de la chica, pero era una chica.
Ajá.
Y que sí pasaba tiempo con sus amigos.
Okay, and the last, do you know your